what this show is called Beyond the Box. I'm doing a lot of things beyond, outside that little square box that most people put us in. I went through a whole process of a year trying to get this trademark together, and I just want to make sure you guys know that there's something else that's coming other than my comic books. So, but that's why I put this as my centerpiece as well. I'm going to start with t-shirts and hats, and then I'm actually building a clothing line. I actually have dresses and stuff too, designs that I'm doing, and I have some of my friends from Norfolk State. I'm gonna say her name, Chrissy Fredericks. She's a fashion professor over there, and I have some of her students that already agreed to create some of my samples from my own designs. And I've been designing for years, and it's just, I think it's that time I'm ready to put it out. My main comic book series is called Sea Earth. It's all about heroes, villains, government conspiracy, and corruption, right here in and around Hampton Roads. I'm working on a series about Reeves, and Reeves was the first African American, the first black U.S. Marshal in the United States. Those stories about the Lone Ranger were based on his life. So I have another series coming out with that'll come out towards the end of the year. I have a co-writer for this project. Her name is Toinette Thomas. All the stories about a lot of the stories about the Lone Ranger that most people know, those characters, their stories and things were based off of this character right here. He did have an Indian partner, but he had two. So I don't want to give up too much because I want people to read the story.
That's okay. But the first release is coming out
toward the end of the year, 2021.
Gotcha.
I was working on a bunch of stuff in 2020, but of course, COVID came, and the entire thing is going to be created just like this. It won't be any color, digital color, anything like that in the book. If anything, the cover maybe have some painted covers, maybe in watercolor or some ink wash colors. But the entire inside of the book is going to be all ink washed. I just didn't want to give any digital colors to this because I want to kind of keep it old school with the techniques and also with the look of it. I like that rustic look with the way the tones and values make those changes with like you can see the mist and the smoke. So I have several pictures of soul in here. This is one of them, and this panel, this one panel right here, this frame goes to another story within City Earth that's coming down the line. So it's like I have a 60-issue miniseries coming up after the original launch, and so this is a cover you'll see in the books, and it'll be fully colored. Excuse me, and then of course in the storyline you'll see Soul in a uniform that is pretty much a clone uniform of my character Fingers, and Fingers in my story is my first Latino character. And the thing is, at this point in the story, the only person that has uniforms is my character Fingers. So a lot of the characters will borrow his uniforms. As you can see, if you look at this one behind you, this is actually a page from issue 5 coming out in February, next month. And you see my character Soul here, my character Fingers. They both have on the same uniform, which is all Fingers' uniform because they needed to have something on when they went to do this covert operation. And this right here is from page 4, from issue 4, and also this one, which is happens in Portsmouth, Virginia, in Lincoln Park. Here's some more. You can see if you've ever been to Portsmouth in Lincoln Park, you can see how the buildings, I drew them out just like it is. And then, oh look, there's Chris Reckling and his crew in my book. But in my book, he doesn't have the name Chris Reckling. He has the name Chris Buzz. That's his name in my book. It's Chris Buzz, investigative reporter. And right here, this is page 1 of issue 6 coming up, and it jumps right into Town Center in Virginia Beach. So it took me a while to do all the details. I just wanted to make it look authentic. So I get into a lot of stuff like that because I want people to look at the book and say, oh yeah, I remember this place. I've been there, or want to go there, so. I have a children's book coming up that I'm working on with Nathan Richardson. He's a poet. A lot of people know him from doing Frederick Douglass and things. So I have a lot of projects in the works, and I'm working right now with 7 classes I'm teaching this semester. So I slowed down a little bit. If you think that's a lot, I slowed down a little bit. Because one of the worst things you can do as an artist is let somebody else, you don't put your idea down and you let somebody else come along and do it, and you're like, oh my God, that was my idea. Do it. do it. Don't let anybody stop you from doing anything, and that's my motto. And my mom used to tell some of the shows I've done in the past. People have come up to me and told me the things that my mom told them about. One of the things she loved about you is that you never let anybody tell you you can't do something. I just go for it, you know. So I'm always going to keep moving forward, and I think 2021 is going to bring some great things because we've been dealing with and still dealing with what happened in 2020 with COVID, but I'm just looking forward to the future. Just moving on, and then whatever happened, happened.